All right, so your name is Danielle or Danielle? How do you want me to pronounce it? Is Danielle?
Danielle.
Okay, why do I say Danielle?
It's okay.
All right, cool. So what we're gonna be practicing is, right? So where it says intro, you have that, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna say, hey everyone, I'm Nardalina Gul, a Georgia real estate agent with RE/MAX Center. Passionate about help, I don't like that, but yes, I'm a real estate agent here in Georgia. I love helping families find their home or their land or their farm property, whatever it is you're looking for. I don't want to do that because I don't want to promote myself necessarily. I just want to say, hey, I'm Nardalina. I'm a real estate agent here in Georgia, and I'm here today with Danielle. That sounded weird. With Danielle, who is also a real estate agent here in Georgia. How are you doing today?
Great.
It sounds interviewee.
I know. It's okay. Great. I've been with RE/MAX for over a year, and I love it. So yeah, comfortable.
So yeah, we love real estate. Or that sounds too cliche. So we decided to make this videos to give information out to a lot of people that do not know what they need to do if they're looking to buy a home in Georgia. And we're happy to help. I'm Danielle. I'm Nardalina.
I'm Danielle Vadala.
And we're gonna get started with this. I have been out showing properties last week. I saw a few houses in Lawrenceville with a client. What have you been up to?
I've actually had quite a few closings this summer. It's been a great market for me. I had quick turnarounds in Beaufort, Lawrenceville, and Decula. My listings were on the market for less than 5 days, and all three of them got under contract very quickly, which was great. Price point was between $370 and $410. So Beaufort, Lawrenceville, and Decula moved very quickly. My sellers did a lot of work up front first to get their house ready, which I was pretty impressed with.
Oh, that's a great point. Well,
yeah.
First of all, so all of those three are in Gwinnett. So
Yes.
Gwinnett is like a good selling market right now.
Yes.
And then what kind of work? A lot of homeowners are not aware that it's more convenient for them to get some work done, some prep work before they put their home up for sale.
Yes.
What kind of work were they doing?
And that was a gentle conversation on me just looking at the house and looking around and curb appeal, cleanliness, things that needed to be done like carpet or paint, or even something as simple as power washing the front and the back of the house and putting some mulch down and removing some old lights in the front, just making it look really ready. So I was very lucky that all of my sellers kind of listened to my direction. And that is sometimes a tough conversation to go in and say, you should probably get brand new carpet, even if you call get three different quotes for carpet and pick the cheapest. I mean, whatever works for the seller. And they actually listened, and it just made the house look cleaner, more fresh. And then I was able to write in the listing, brand new carpet, move-in ready, brand new carpet, brand new paint, things like that. And I feel like those little changes for the seller really worked for when people came in and saw that. And,
I mean, obviously, if you were able to get this houses
Yes.
under contract in, what was it, 5 days?
Beaufort was 5 days, Lawrenceville was 2 days, and Decula we got an offer the first day, but it took about a week to get under contract. So I got pretty lucky with that.
That's awesome. And
Yes.
you're lucky you have sellers that listen. So that part, I think, is very important to have sellers that cooperate with what your recommendations are. I find that sometimes that the fact of the seller being too attached to the home doesn't allow them to listen, to their agent's recommendations. But I feel like if we were to summarize it, so it sounds like, a power washed driveway.
Mm-hmm. And the house, front of the house.
Layout mulch.
Mm-hmm.
I think the carpet, it might be kind of like some sellers may find it like an additional expense that they may not want to incur in. What else do you say?
This family was able to put carpet in, but I mean, we got 3 or 4 different quotes. She did pick the cheaper one, but it looked great, and I think it made a difference. They had 4 kids. They'd lived there about 10 years. It needed it, and I think the money that they put in for that carpet really made them get the deal done and get people in there to say, oh wow, I want to be in Buford. I mean, because that house was in Buford. So I don't think they regretted putting in a few $1,000s for carpet.
Roughly how much did they spend?
For the carpet?
Yes.
$3,600.
Okay, so that's not bad considering that they were able to get the home under contract fairly quickly.
Yes.
Instead of waiting, they would have spent, if they would have waited a month or 2 months in the market, they would have spent probably that much in their mortgage anyway. So it makes it worth it.
And with that one we got $5,000 over asking price.
Oh,
so
goodness.
That was so that was good.
What schools in Beaufort?
That was Seconder or Buford City Schools.
They had the option?
I think so.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
I mean, Buford is a sought after neighborhood for sure, town for sure.
Yes.
So I think that helped.
That's awesome. I went to see this house in Covington this weekend. Now, Covington might not be a hot selling market, but this home is an historic home built in 1860.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. It's like a dream home. And now it has been used in movies as well. Is it The Vampire Diaries?
Okay, maybe.
Yes.
I have heard of that.
You have?
Yes,
I've never watched the show, but I've heard of it. So the home is just spectacular. Now it does require like a very specific buyer to want this home, just because, you know, when you get into a historic property, you're looking into like a certain amount of expenses that you will have or you have to budget for and save throughout time. So if something were to come up, like a leak, water leak, or certain repairs to the brick work or anything like that, then you have a budget for it. But yeah, that was just an amazing, very impressive home. I think I posted some pictures on my Facebook page.
What was the price?
It was $1,250,000.
Okay.
Yes. Gorgeous home.
How many square feet about?
It was about, I want to say 7,000 to 8,000 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a mansion, really.
Oh, yeah, pretty
It
big.
had a pool, it had a patio, you know, one of those movie-like type of patios where they have like statues and little, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let's see. So for buyers that are selling as well and are concerned about the market slowing down a little bit. So I think it is fair to say that if priced accordingly, the houses are not necessarily sitting, and if prepped accordingly,
Yes.
they should be able to sell without their house staying in the market for long. And then as a buyer, from the buyer's perspective, it looks like the buyer is having a lot more leverage to work with, and possible, you know, negotiation points that they're able to get, maybe achieve better prices or better opportunities.
Mm-hmm. And that was another conversation I had very upfront with all my sellers of this is, you know, I showed them CMA, showed them what has been successful in the neighborhood, what has sold, what's your, you know, competition on the market currently. But again, the sellers, they need to understand that the, you know, kind of the market dictates the price, not just a number they have in their head and what they think their, you know, home is worth. So the conversation of, okay, if I'm telling them a number and they kind of disagree and they want to put it up for, you know, 15,000 more, I said, okay, what's your time frame? Because if you want to get out of here quick, we probably shouldn't mess around with trying to put it up even 10 or 15, 20,000 more. If you have a little bit of time to wait and you're not in such a rush, I said, okay, I will put it up for that. I will list it at that. But that, you know, being very honest that within 14 days, if we do not get any offer, then we need to reduce it. So I make sure that conversation is said
Since the beginning.
right away.
And that's very important, because I have seen where some sellers feel like we may be still riding the wave of the, you know, COVID time where prices were like really high and people were basically bidding on houses.
Because prices are high.
Yes.
Now even people think they're very high.
Yes, but they are facing the reality when chasing that high money that they're having to reduce the prices after 30, 60, 90. I've seen houses for sale for about a year too. It's just a matter of pricing those homes correctly, and the market is not the same that it was 3 years ago. prices are slightly different, and that's something important to keep in mind.
And you have to listen to the agent, which I know is hard for, the sellers. Like you said, they're emotional, they're connected to their house. They might have a number in their head on what they want to get for the house, but you have to listen to your agent. You have to look around. What's your competition? What has sold? What has been successful? If you just throw out a number because you're trying to make extra money, chances are it's going to be sitting on the market for a long time. And then it kind of looks bad. Why has it been on the market for 130 days? Because agents will call and ask, why is it on the market? Or why did you price it at this price point and then you keep reducing it 5,000, 10,000? They will ask that, and it doesn't really look great. So pricing it right from the beginning, I feel like
it will result in a bigger sale.
Yes,
I agree. And something important to point out is when you're looking at houses or homes or properties in your area and how much you're selling for, go from the homes or properties that have already sold. Don't go from the ones that are for sale, because they could be for sale for another 30 days, 60 days, or who knows how long. So the properties that have actually sold are the ones that are going to dictate the price in the market for the rest of the properties that come up. So now that you mentioned sellers in Gwinnett, I'm just curious, where are these sellers moving to? Some of the ones like where you have heard, are they moving further out into the suburbs, or like where are they?
So my clients in Lawrenceville, they were moving to Duluth because of the husband's job. His commute was too far, so they moved from Lawrenceville to Duluth, and they got a much bigger house. My clients in Beaufort, my clients in Beaufort, they moved to Brazelton, again, bigger house. They had 4 children. They wanted to stay close to work as well, but that one wasn't as far. That was Beaufort to Brazelton. And then my listing in Decula, that was an older woman who had lived there for a very long time, and she had to be, they moved her into a facility because it was unsafe for her to live alone there. She'd been there 26 years in Decula. She hadn't done much in the house at all because she was older. So that kind of was a pricing as is on that one. They didn't really have the means or want to do anything with the house. I mean, it was like a time capsule from like 1982. It needed everything. Floors, paint, countertops, wallpaper in the bathrooms, total time capsule. But again, in Decula, in Mill Creek School, no HOA and no rental restriction. So I knew that one was going to go fast, but it was kind of an as is. So again, that one, they were just moving their mother into facility down the street, still in Decula. So
life changes are still happening. People are buying and selling for whatever situation they're in. So let's not think that the market is stagnant at all.
Not for me this summer. It's been excellent.
Yeah, it has been. It has been. I see another area of growth that I see. I know you don't go much towards Covington, but I've been buying and selling or helping buyers and sellers in Covington area. And that's a market that's moving very well too. And another thing I've been facing with some of my buyers is affordability. I've been working with some buyers that are concerned about their monthly budget rather than the overall price of the house or overall interest rate. They want to make sure their monthly expense stays within a certain point. And that's where we go back to the lenders to work on that. And I have seen down payment assistance programs that help keep that affordability on track. Have you heard anything like that from the buyers that you have worked with?
Well, everyone's been saying the rates for a while. And actually my last 2 buyers didn't talk about the rates at all with me. So I thought that was kind of interesting. One was a VA loan. The other one is conventional. They never even mentioned rates to me. But like you said, they were concerned about just how much they were going to pay monthly. And that was it. And it was within their budget. They worked with their lender and they were able to afford it. So I don't think the rate was not driving their decision at all.
That's what I see as well. Maybe the rates is an older conversation, and now we're moving into affordability. That's as a primary factor to make a decision. Where typically in those situations, then we see taxes playing an important role.
Yeah, true.
All right, awesome. So what else? Move-in ready homes. I mean, we're going so good so far. All right, so we have covered a lot today, I think.
Yeah.
We have. I'm thinking for next week, we could have somebody talking to us about how, and whose name, or what's the difference between putting the title when you buy a home into like the wife's name, the husband's name, both of them, or like how does that affect if one of them were to pass away, or inheritance, how does that affect it? I've always been curious about that. I don't know if that's maybe something a lot of people are curious about, because there are some legalities when it comes to titles and how they are passed down to our generation, or the husband or the wife, or so maybe that's something we can talk about next week.
Okay.
But for now, I have learned a lot from what you have worked in Gwinnett market.
Yes.
I have shared a lot from my Newton County market. So we'll see you all next time.